Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, on Platter Review Series videos I've been doing for a little while. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It's raining a little bit. You might hear a little background noise. I think we should be okay, though. It's not too bad. But anyway, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, it's my boom! It's not my God shirt, which it's not like an indictment against anything or anything. Just the name of a group, okay? It is one of those things where it's like, it's a cool shirt, but it's like, I know that, I'm going to get a look here or there every so often. It's like, it's a shirt, folks. It's, again, says nothing about my personal beliefs or, or anybody else's. Just a shirt. No, not my God. They are an electronic duo consisting of Mr. Tim Skold and Mr. Nero Bellum, who both do all kinds of stuff in their own stuff with different bands and everything. I'm more associated with Tim Skold through his solo stuff, through like some of his collaborations. He's worked with Marilyn Manson and some stuff with Rob Zombie and like all kinds of stuff. Although I don't know if he worked with Rob Zombie, but like I know he did he was like one of the people who did a song for a cover album. I don't know. But they're both very accomplished musicians, kind of in the realm of like electronica, industrial. I was actually fortunate enough to see them in this incarnation just a few days ago at the time I'm doing this. This was apparently their first and only tour. They have worked separately on things, and then they have worked together on things, and then this project was kind of its own thing. And this was their first time touring, and apparently it was their last time touring. So I'm happy I got to see it. I actually did get some videos from their performance. They're on the channel, just in case you're interested. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing? Well, I stopped off at a local deli to get some stuff. And I've literally been past this place I don't know how many times. But I decided to stop in. I was looking around at some of the items that they had, and I could go in there like every day and find an item to review. But we're going to start off with a simple one because, folks, we're doing... Boom! It is from the Northern Soda Company, Minnesota-made, craft soda, orange soda. Hi! Can we get a hi? Sure. I love soda. I'm a big fan of orange soda. Not as much as Kel from Keenan and Kel, and if you get that reference, you're old like me. But I've never heard of Northern Soda Company. I've never been to Minnesota. I'm not quite sure why this was being sold in Illinois. But, So, let's go ahead and try some craft orange soda from Minnesota. Minnesota sounds like soda, so there you go. That's got to be good, right? I think so. Not a super strong smell. Like, it's there. It's got like a citrusy kind of scent to it. Let's give it a go. Okay. Mixed feelings on this one. Definitely mixed feelings. I will say this right off the bat. It's not a bad soda. I would say, all things considered, I like it. However, there's definitely some big caveats. It drinks well. And you heard me do it. I did have that moment, which is a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. So that's definitely points in its favor. It does a good job of being a fairly refreshing tasting soda. It's nice. And I will definitely give it credit in the fact that it's not an overly heavy orange soda. Sometimes orange sodas, one of the nice things about orange soda is because it does have that citrusy kind of acidic taste. Again, it gives it kind of a nice acidic, or a nicer refreshing taste to it. But some, they're just too heavy with the sweetness, and it hurts it in terms of that refreshing aspect. It feels a little bit too heavy. This does not feel too heavy. So, those are the positive aspects of the soda. What are my points of contention? It doesn't really punch me in the face with flavor. And I really do expect that from an orange soda. Orange sodas, one of their best attributes is that they tend to be punchy. They tend to go over there and really kind of sock it to you. This, much more mild. Not bad, but again, just not the oomph that I'm expecting. Like, it's a fairly mild orange flavor. Which I could maybe give it, because it's a craft soda. So okay, I get that it's not going for the more traditional style. It's probably gearing itself to be a little bit more artisanal and what have you. Okay, if at the very least, like if you lost some of the punchiness, fair enough. But then it needs to make up for that somewhere else. Like if it had like a really strong, like orange flavor, or maybe it had like a little bit of like a bitterness, to sort of kind of play with it. Like a blood orange kind of thing. Although blood orange, a little more acidic, less bitter. But it needs more dimension in order for me to go with it. Because if you're going to subtract something, I need something to replace it. And I don't really feel like that's the case here, unfortunately. It's not a bad soda, but like, I don't know, man. It's not. It feels very one note. And if I'm entirely honest with you, especially for being a craft soda, using cane sugar, all that stuff, that's all great. Apparently it's gluten-free and caffeine-free. That's all great, but fundamentally, you still have to bring the flavor. You still have to bring something unique to it. And sadly, small batch from real sugar, premium ingredients, filtered water. And I hate to dunk on it because it's like, I'm sure it's probably a nice product, and people in Minnesota, I'm sure, are nice people. But it's not that great. It's not bad. I like it overall. But it's just not doing anything special for me, and that's kind of unfortunate because an orange soda can be a very special thing. And I was really going into this expecting and hoping that it would be. But it's just very okay. It's just very, very okay. Like, very just sort of, if I were comparing it against other orange sodas, conventional ones, I mean, I don't like it as much as Crush. I don't like it as much as Sunkist. I don't like it as much as Fanta. It's a very just okay orange soda. I'm sorry, Minnesota. Like, you got another one to hopefully make up for it, because I do have another soda from these folks. So I'm trying my best to give you, but this one, while not bad, I just don't think it's that great. Now, all that said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No and no. I wish I could, folks, especially when it is like a more craft kind of thing. That's fine. That's great, actually. But I need it, again, I need it to give me something really special, and this just doesn't taste like a very special orange soda. So for me, it doesn't really hit on any of the levels that I want an orange soda hit with. It's not packing the flavor. It doesn't really have, a lot of acidity. Like, it's very And if I'm recommending it to people, outside of obviously the fine folks of Minnesota, man, I'll say this. If you're somebody who you don't like the more conventional style orange sodas, maybe they are a bit too punchy for you, maybe a bit too artificial or what have you, then I could maybe see this. But yeah, I think if you're going into it expecting like that real solid orange soda taste, I just don't think it has it, unfortunately. Sorry. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you go there, have yourselves a truly, hopefully, better tasting Minnesota soda-tastic rest of your life. Because again, I'm rooting for it, folks. And I do have one more to review. So, final 2 things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. And especially when I'm wearing a shirt like this, I feel a little extra pressure to go over there and sort of, sort of die down people's maybe conceptions of, somebody who is wearing a shirt like this. Although it's not too bad these days, I'm fucking damn near 40, so. But, it's, even if you're not wearing a shirt like this, it is important to try not to be an asshole when you can. But we are going to deal with situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you are from the fine state of Minnesota, and maybe you're going to watch this review and you're going to be like, ba 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 ba, Illinois guy, ba 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 ba, Minnesota soda is the best soda, ba 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 ba. First of all, you're going to have to say more than ba 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 ba. Because I don't speak. I'm not going to even call that Minnesotan. That would be mean to Minnesotans. But, if you want to go over there, hey, folks, I don't know, man. This is my first time, as far as I know, drinking Minnesota soda. So, I'm trying for you, folks. I'm on your side, Minnesota. But at the same time, I have to be honest about my opinion. It's like, I want to love it, Minnesota. I want to love your soda. But, and hey, maybe, fucking Northern Soda Company, maybe you gotta go over there and you gotta be like, nah, man, that shit's just for the tourists. I'll tell you where you really gotta go. Trust me, we have that in Illinois. When I have, like, friends and family that come to Illinois, and there's a fucking lady who just looking at me weird, and it's like, fuck off, lady. I ain't causing nobody no harm. But no, like, when I have friends and family that come to Illinois, and they're like, Portillo's, and I'm like, no. I'll let you in on the real places. Anyway, or conversely, if you want to shit on me from Minnesota or from wherever, feel free. It's a shitty little YouTube show that I do. Bye!